Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brandon Armont. I am your host for this special artist spotlight that we're doing with Invitation Only. He just released his new single, No Fear, on day before yesterday, on Friday, December 17th. And he's going to talk with us about his release of No Fear and about all of his music and the projects that he has coming up. So we just want to make sure that we highlight him and feature him as we always like to do with African American artists and individuals who are doing great things in their respective industries. So again, my name is Brandon Armont. I'm with BAMM Network. But before we get to Invitation Only, I want to tell you just a little bit about him and who he is. And so it was finally in 2012 that Only found a more conspicuous spotlight when he was selected to be a backup dancer for Grammy Award winning singer Fantasia Barrino. Now, this opportunity opened his eyes to a world that he never experienced, and it motivated his pursuit to become a nationally renowned entertainer, whatever the cost. In an effort to improve his artistry, Only began studying some of the greatest songwriters of his time, like Max Martin, Bill Withers, and Ed Sheeran, to examine how they crafted their music that would just so that his music wouldn't just sound good, but that it would also compete with profound lyrics and arrangements, just like the people he was studying. Soon afterwards, he built an amateur studio where he practiced composing music using what he studied from the greats. And only he would grind until the wee hours of the morning in the back of a computer shop where he worked so that he could perfect his music. And in 2017, he released his first single, Bad Habits. Now he's going to talk to us a little bit about that, about his first single, about Bad Habits. But then again, he's also going to talk with us about the album that he just released on Friday, December 17th. I'm sorry, not the album, but the single that he just released on December 17th called No Fear. So once again, I'm Brandon Armont. If you're joining us, thank you for So I've told you a little bit about him, but without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring to the stage the one and only Invitation Only. Only, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey man, I really appreciate the introduction. That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
Cool.
So yeah, I hear you talking about like bad habits and everything. Oh man, one of my first releases. With bad habits, I mean, as you said, like a lot of people really don't know like how much of a grind or how much of a hustle that it really takes to really make things happen, to really make things shake. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like people like to, people like, they kind of see the end result of a lot of things. And I guess the perception of just looking at the end result of a lot of things cause a lot of people to really misconstrue, to get a misconception of what it takes to hustle or what it takes to grind. Like what you were saying, I was working at a computer shop before I released my first single, Bad Habits. You can't even find it in stores right now because but there's definitely, if you go to my YouTube, there's the music video still up there. But I was working at a computer shop, and I worked at a computer shop during the day. I mean, during like the afternoon, the evening. Sometimes during the day, it depends on the schedule. But whenever the computer shop would close, I would lock the computer shop up and just start practicing and recording like all night until the morning. And I did that for like a year straight. I'm talking like almost every day. Out of 365 days, it was probably 300, maybe 340 days out of the 365. Like literally every night. I ended up getting fired from my job. My baby mom was mad, but I still look, I look for a new job, but at the same time, I didn't stop the grind. I didn't stop the hustle. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, it just takes a lot of consistency and perseverance to really get far. You know?
Yeah, definitely, man. And you shown that in your works, and reading your bio earlier, you talked about how you started off with Bad Habits, which was your first release.
Hmm.
Then I know you went back and actually crafted, went back and studied the great so that you can recraft what you were
Yeah.
doing to make it better. Why was that important for you to do that? What was the reason for you going back and doing that?
Uh, a lot of it, like for me to have to go back and recraft like everything, it had to do with what I felt like what should be my foundation. And a lot of people like to see where I start from, which is cool, which is why I still have the music video on my YouTube till this day. And I have new music videos coming out soon with a lot of my singles that I do have. But like just to see where you started from to see where you ended up at. A lot of people like to see that roadmap and everything like that. But as far as like getting a solid foundation of what I feel comfortable with as an artist, what I want people to hear is like, that's what caused me to like recraft all of my stuff like that. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Just basically what I felt comfortable with, what I would like people to have the first sound, like the first listen, like first impression is everything. If I let you hear something dated back like 4 years ago, you probably be like, nah, this guy is garbage. You know what I'm saying? But some people probably say, music is subjective. Some people probably think it's really dope. But what I felt comfortable with, me recrafting is me getting a solid foundation, a comfortable foundation, like sonically with my music and everything like that. So that was the cause of that.
Yeah, that's important, man. By the way, if you're joining us, we're talking with Invitation Only. He's an R&B artist. He just dropped his latest single, No Fear, which was released on December 17th, last Friday. Make sure that you comment. Let him know that you're here. I'm not sure if you can see the comments only. Laquan
Let me
Stewart
see. Let me
has
check.
commented. He's watching on Facebook. He said it's the bro. So make sure you guys
Oh
comment,
yeah.
especially if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube. You have the ability to comment, and only can see the comments as you guys post. But yeah, so you were talking about going back and recrafting and actually studying those greats so
Yeah.
that you can make sure that your music was sonically aligned as
Hmm.
well. And I think that's important. I mean, so today there's so many people who are artists, are want to be artists, and they want to be great. And I tell people all the time, you have this many people out here
Hmm.
that's making music, right?
Yeah.
And then you have this many people out of this many that's making, you have this
Hmm.
many who are actually good at what they do, and then you actually have this many who are actually going to make it. Right, you're in that category of those people who are actually good at what they do, and that's mainly in part because you continue to improve on your craft. And a lot of
Hmm.
people just go and they do music and they put it out there, but they don't continue to work on it, and work on
Hmm.
their craft. So, kudos to you for doing that, and for going back and
Appreciate it.
studying the greats.
Appreciate it. Well, I mean, like with that, I don't know if you've seen this meme or whoever's watching. I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen that meme where they got like those steps and they be like artists nowadays and they just like skip over the plan, the strategy, and everything, and it's just like straight to the studio. Like that's what a lot of people do today. But like those smaller steps, it really actually adds like substance and dimension to like your sound and to your art and to your craft and everything like that. That's like somebody not knowing how to draw, deciding to enter an art competition. Like it takes time. I don't want to be drawing a stick man compared to like somebody like Banksy or something like somebody like that. Like I don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
But it's also the love of being able to nurture something and see something grow that you created from like from a passion, from something inside of you, from something that came from like something that nobody can see, touch, feel, none of that, and you actually take that from inside of you and you put that outside for people to experience.
Yeah.
That's beauty. Like that's beautiful to me, and
And
that's where
that's
my passion lies.
yeah, that's the beauty of music. Let's go back a little bit. You started working your music in the back of a computer shop. Uh,
Hmm.
way back when you first started, you worked at a computer shop, and then
Yeah.
when the computer shop closed, you would be there to the wee hours of the morning working
Hmm.
on your craft and
Yeah.
working on your music. But you talked about the passion. How did you know that this was for you? That doing music was for you. How did you find your passion?
I actually, I always had it, like, cause actually, like what you said, like when I started background dancing and everything like that, I always had it. I can remember as far back as like my sixth or seventh birthday, when I made like 6 or 7 years old. I was in LJS, the 15 Wall, New Orleans, West Bank, West Side, represent. Um, I was in my backyard and I wanted a Lil Wayne party. And I had on my tank top, I had on my baggy jeans, and I think I had on my brother's do-rag or something like that, or maybe like a headband or something. And I was rapping Lil Wayne lyrics, and like I always loved music, like I always loved it. And eventually I started doing dancing, and I felt like something was missing, but my passion for dance is still like amazing, and like it's there, like that fire is still burning as hot as it was when I first tapped into like dance and everything. Um, but I felt like something was kind of missing, and I wanted more. I wanted to experience music more, and I actually got into music. And a lot of people don't know, but when I was dancing, I actually was like studying music too, like really trying to like write lyrics and everything, be a spitter. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne inspired a lot of that too. But I'm on the R&B side, but Lil Wayne did inspire that passion and that drive, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So you're in the back of the computer shop. You know that this is for you. Not wait. Let's backtrack a little bit as well. You in your bio, you said you were a dancer. You danced with Fantasia.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did that happen? Tell us about that experience.
Oh man, my dance teacher actually got me that gig. And ever since then, um, I started making connections. Like it was like second nature. Like everybody who I was around with when I started like background dancing, like shout out to Brian Dickens, you know, like I just started making like a whole lot of connections and meeting a whole lot of people. I forgot who said this, but it always stuck with me that like your biggest currency isn't money, your biggest currency is people, because the people can bring you, where the money at and everything like that. And you are around people a whole every day, every moment of your life, and these people have extreme connections, and these people can do like beautiful things for you and actually magnify your life if you're a good person and you do right. And so I forgot who said it, but I always remember that your biggest currency are people. So when I first started, I was I was just meeting everybody, and things just went on from there. Went on from there. Shout out to Laquan. Shout out to Courtney. I see y'all. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Courtney Laquan said that he danced with them too, and
Yeah,
Courtney.
actually, yo, hey, look, I got a secret video on YouTube, me dancing with Laquan too. Hey, that's crazy.
You said it's a secret video.
Yeah, and like you can't find it because I got it private.
All
But
right. Look,
somebody want to see it, I'm definitely willing to share that.
cool. And Courtney Johnson said, "Invitation only. Your grind is amazing."
Appreciate it, appreciate it. She kind of witnessed it like firsthand, like for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So all right. So let's get into your new single, "No Fear," that
Yeah.
was just released on
Hmm.
December 17th. Tell us about "No Fear."
Man, no fear I feel like no fear is the pinnacle to where I'm about to take my music now. You know what I'm saying? Like I make music, I like to write songs, I like to write melodies, I like to write pops, but no fear, when I first wrote no fear, I had the intentions of creating like an experience, like a listening experience. And like when you put your headphones in and you listen to this song, like I want you to be like engulfed in it. And but the lyrics as well, I created substance with the lyrics, and I pulled from like different emotions, and I pulled from different experiences and thoughts and everything like that, and I created this cohesive, body of work, which is, this single. And but my intentions for it is to be an experience. When somebody listened to it at the club, when somebody listened to it at a performance, I wanted to engulf you, I wanted to take you, and I want you to see what I'm capable of. And that's basically what it is. And it's just a really, really deep expression of my creativity, my emotions. and my thoughts. And yeah.
Yeah, man. Where did the how do you so and I've listened to your music, and we're gonna let you guys listen to a snippet of No Fear in a second,
Hmm.
but I've listened to your music, and I've listened to No Fear, and since it's been released, and I've listened to it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the sounds that you come up with? Like where
Uh,
do you go to before you start producing and writing your music?
it's so like it's really like a mental space. Like you really have to like block everything out. There's like a lot of times, like I like sometimes I get in, I there's like I cut my phone off. I'll probably put it on do not disturb, or even if it's on, I'll just put it face down and I'll put it behind me. Like I put it like while I'm working, I'll put my phone behind me like while I'm working. So it's this like this complete space of like a blank canvas mentally. And like I kind of try to get like envisions of, of where I would try to find objectivity into where I'm trying to take this and where I wanted to switch at and where I wanted to go and what I wanted to feel like and like the vibe and the ambience and the atmosphere of the entire song. So first I try to look for it as a whole and see where I want to take it as a whole. And then I would go in and I would put like small pieces together, small pieces, and I would just do trial and error on different sounds that I like and I don't like, different afflections and everything with my vocals and everything like that. And I'll just keep going like that, and I'll piece it out, piece it out, piece it, and then I'll sit back and I'll see if it matches the entire atmosphere that I'm trying to create. And sometimes I'll get like halfway, and it kind of like it's not really fitting, or and then I'll probably just go back from scratch, blank
Yeah.
canvas again,
and,
go
and
back
you
and do
and
it
you
all over
gotta
again.
you gotta do that. So I mean, pretty much what you lay it out is that it's a process.
It's
Don't
definitely
just
a process.
go step into a mic, spit out some words, right?
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
sit at a computer, just
I
find
mean,
some.
sometimes it can work like that.
Uh,
Sometimes it can work. Like I got songs where I like freestyled the whole thing, and I just cut parts of the freestyle and made the chorus.
but that's my
Like
point. That's my point. Like you freestyled and you put it out there, but then you still gotta go
you
back. I
still
mean,
have to go back and
they hear the end result, and they think that
that's
it
true.
it took you 1 minute, or 5 minutes to produce what was
Hmm.
produced, but they don't understand the process and everything that it
It's
takes to go.
definitely a
You're
process.
working, you got to go back from the beginning and scrap all that and start again.
It's definitely a process, and you really have to take care of like when you process. Some rules are meant to be broken. As from an engineer's perspective, because I record, mix, and I master my own music, and I do production on some of my songs as well. And it's definitely you have to really take care of the process that you're adding to your songs. Because if you just do anything, you just it's sometimes it can definitely go off the deep end and it can definitely go wrong. But if you break the rules the right way, like you can definitely get the sound that you're looking for. Like as far as distortion, like if you want to overly saturate, a vocal to get some distortion, you can do that, and you can get like some crazy distortion,
Yeah,
and it sounds good for it can sound good for what you're trying to do. Like it just depends.
yeah.
But it's a process, like you said.
Yeah, well, man, you're doing that process, and we're going to take a listen
Hmm.
for the people who haven't heard No Fear yet. Thank you to everybody who's joining, whether you're watching from Facebook Live, if you're watching on YouTube Live, Twitter, Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, wherever you're watching us. Thank you for
Hmm.
joining. We're talking with Invitation Onli, R&B artist who just released his
What's up, guys?
latest single, No Fear, on day before yesterday. Let's take a listen to No Fear.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I'm talking like I got shit tight, like it's alright. Yeah. And they keep telling me that it ain't. No, I can't. No, yeah. Even from the words I gotta say. So I pull up on you with a fucking bang. Ain't good dick, but it never fixed these problems I got. I've been questioning why God. Time is ticking like a time bomb. I swear the shit that we be doing be illegal. You don't wanna be the one that people use. It's like I made a glass the way you see through me. Tell me, are you there? I think I need you. I think I need somebody. selfish, no. Stuck up in my ways, I couldn't help it, no. So all that I ask of you is to give me another try. So I think I want you, right? Yeah, love you, don't feel for real. Yeah, I think I need you for real. Easy does it, that's what you said. You be bugging, be in my head like, wait, hold up, what the fuck is this? I settled down, came around, you know what it is, yeah. You steady searching, you can't find nothing special. Tryna compare them, but they ain't on my level. I tell her, you ain't never met a nigga like me. Been introduced to them new niggas, but they energy weak. We both had hard times. I left you in the blind eye. Never thought that I would make that decision. It's just the thought of cuffing you would probably fuck up the vision. We both had hard times. I left you in the blind eye. You regret the past, what is left, what is next. What it is, yeah. You steady searching, you can't find nothing special. Tryna compare them, but they ain't on my level.
All right, man. So we just listened to a little bit of it. Listen, we are obviously in the time of COVID, so we are socially distancing and doing this virtually, which is good because we can be from the privacy of our homes or for you in your studio. But then the challenge comes, I got to do all this by myself and produce and talk to you at the same time. So had a little trouble turning the volume down, but man. Laquan commented and said, "No Fear is my favorite song." And Laquan, I think I got to agree with you. I think No Fear is my favorite of all the releases that albums that you put out, all the singles that you put out. That's my favorite.
Appreciate it. It's one of my favorites too. That's it's very. I feel like the emotion or the sonically it's very deep. And I think that will touch like a lot of people as I keep, doing what I got to do with the song marketing and my promotions. I think everybody who listens to it, it will touch them, and that's the plan.
Yeah, man. So what's next for Invitation Onli? Where do you go from here? What are you working on?
From here, it's a lot of like promos, it's a lot of like interviews, it's a lot of performances and everything as well. What I really want to do, I really want to get more involved, like with the people who really, enjoy and listen to my music and really tap in with these people and really like actually like make something happen for them. Like give me a private event or something like that that the people who really love me can really come down to, and really enjoy themselves. We sip, we chill, and we jam the shit out No Fear and my other releases as well, and maybe some unreleased joints, maybe one or two. Just to show, welcome to the party. It's invitation only. You know what I'm
Invitation
saying?
only. I like that as well. Listen, when you have your private event in 2022, and I feel like it's coming in the beginning of 2022, I just feel it. I want to make sure that I get an invitation to it as well. Okay?
Got you. I got you. I promise.
So I saw that you recently did an interview with Cuties and Cocktails.
Yeah. Shout out to Cuties and Cocktail. Shout out to Bonnie Banks. Shout out to Millie Rock.
Yeah,
They
with
real cool.
Bonnie Banks and Millie Rock, you did that where you did the world premiere of No Fear. So you did that a couple of days ago, not long ago, and you talked about. They asked you about being from New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, when we first started, we talked about how New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz, and
they are. Yeah.
Music is such a big thing in the culture of New Orleans. And so it's only fitting that you come from the city of New Orleans, but you are no longer living in New Orleans. You're now living in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Why did you make that move?
New Orleans, I feel like New Orleans has been like really, really, really good to me. It gave me a foundation to grow. And, now that it gave me the foundation to grow, I would like to like, spread my wings and fly and take my artistry to new heights and to new places. And, just being there, just cooking up and the hustle that it gave me, the grind that New Orleans have gave me, it allowed me to prosper in other areas, that's astounding to me. So, I'll be forever grateful to New Orleans, forever thankful. So yeah, and New Orleans, I mean not New Orleans, Atlanta is really doing me some justice too. Some really, they're really loving and they're really, they're really appreciative of my art and my craft as well. So
Yeah.
I can definitely appreciate that.
But that's great, man. And I know New Orleans loves you. I know Atlanta loves you, but
Hmm.
I know that the world is going to continue to love you as you continue to branch out and have your music
Hmm.
streaming. Because I mean, the great thing is your music is not just streaming in New Orleans where you're from, Atlanta where you're living,
Right. Yeah.
but you have streams across the country. I remember you telling me that you had people in other countries that are
Yeah.
streaming
Yeah.
your
Yeah. It
content.
was crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And just looking at those analytics and to see things grow, it lets me know that I'm doing something right and I'm doing, I'm pushing things in the right direction. And it's pretty exciting. It's
So
definitely
let's
pretty
let's
exciting.
let's talk about that, the growth and you talked about the analytics and
Hmm.
trying to get more and more streams. It's hard. It's
It's hard. Yes, it
how,
is.
how do you keep going? In spite of it being difficult to get noticed. Again, you got this many people who are doing
Hmm.
this, right? So
Yeah.
how do you get through and this many people
And
who
see,
are good in
that's
that
the thing.
category? How do you get through and push through all these people so that you
Hmm.
can get heard?
And so and that's one of the hardest things. A lot of artists, if there was a one size fit all, every it'll be so. I wish there was a way that I can tell you that's this way you can do this and you do that. But it's really perseverance. It's really not perseverance. It's really consistency and just keep doing it. If you love it, the thing like because there's been plenty of times where I felt like this isn't working. I'm not doing things right. Maybe I should just quit. But that's like I love it. Like I love it. Like if I don't make music, if I'm not making money off music, the fact that I love it and I have a passion for it is what keeps me going. So like as long as I continue to, have this passion for music and love music as much as I love it, you know, there's a time where like when I'm making music in the studio, I'm making music for me. Like forget the world right now. But when it's time to put like a price tag on it, when it's time to put it out for the world, when it's time to put business behind it, it's for y'all. So you have to find a balance. You have to find a balance because it is hard. And like as far as promo, like the industry is shady. There's people that come in and want to take advantage of you. There's people who gonna want to talk to you. They're gonna try to fill you out to see if they
Let,
can
let's
take
let,
advantage
let's
of
let,
you.
let's talk about this with that for a second. You said the industry is shady. What have you experienced
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I got messed over, like, I won't say no names and call people out, no crazy stuff like that. But I mean, if they ever see the interview, they'll know who I'm talking about. Like I got messed over like more than once, probably like twice, 3 times already. But it's not that major, you get what I'm saying? Because in the midst of you getting messed over, you still find good people that can still lead you on. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you going through music in general, just going through like any industry is like life. You won't ever meet somebody you won't everybody in your entire life as long as you live until the day that you die. Everybody isn't going to have your best interest, and you have to understand that. And even when you're doing music, or even when you're doing any other industry, you won't always like everybody won't always have your best interest, and you have to understand that. So when you run into somebody who's trying to mess over you or something like that, just take it as it is, because as long as you keep persevering and long as you stay consistent, they lost out in the end. You get what I'm saying? You messed over somebody for like maybe 3 grand, not even knowing that if you stay consistent with this person and been good, you could have been getting 500,000 2 years from now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people cut themselves short when they do things like that, and like I consider those kind of people bottom feeders because they only get what they could get and they mess over what they could get. They like when you do good, good gonna come to you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
of course, man. Well, listen, we're going to wrap up this interview soon, and if you are watching us, whether it be on YouTube or Facebook Live or Amazon Fire TV, Roku TV, Twitter, on iOS, Android, we look. You can catch this anywhere and everywhere. But wherever
yeah,
you're watching us, if you have the ability to comment, go ahead and type in the comments and ask only some questions. And
yeah.
I'm
Ask me
pretty
some
sure
questions, man.
you
What y'all
can
got?
answer questions. Yeah. So type those comments or those questions in the comments, and only I answer them. But before we get to that, what's your most favorite thing about New Orleans?
My most favorite thing about New Orleans, I can say the food, for sure, the food, and the fact that you can drink like outside, just like chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, you can't drink and drive, of course. But like when you could drill, I could really be on Canal Street sipping a pint. You know what I'm saying? Taking, you feel what I'm saying? Putting Coca-Cola in my Henny and just sipping. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Going crazy.
Yeah. All
So
right.
I really love that. The culture is mad dope.
And I think that's everybody's, for the most part, favorite thing about New Orleans.
Hmm.
Just sum it all up, is the culture.
Yeah.
That New Orleans has. What's your
Hmm.
most favorite thing since you've been in Atlanta? I know you haven't been in Atlanta very long,
Hmm.
but since you've been in Atlanta, what's your favorite thing about Atlanta? About 18.
My favorite thing about Atlanta is how rich it is when it comes to business and creativity and just creating things and putting things out. The business here is beautiful. The creativity here is beautiful. These pop-up shops and these people who sell vintage clothes, man, I love vintage clothes. I got a couple hockey jerseys that's coming in tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? I love it. But I really love how everybody's willing to help somebody if they see them really, putting in work. A lot of times, you'll probably go to a city, people feel like they're being backstabbed every time. Nobody loves them. You got to watch it back. But in Atlanta, it's thriving because everybody's willing to give somebody a helping hand.
Yeah,
Especially if they see you putting the work in, they definitely gonna give you a helping hand. No
yeah,
matter if you're a millionaire, billionaire, whoever you are, you know what I'm saying? These people are willing to reach down and really pick somebody up and really keep it going like that. That
yeah,
part of Atlanta is what I really, really love. And I
yeah.
really appreciate being in the midst of all that.
Yeah, the black excellence and the
Yes.
intentionality of black excellence in
Yes.
Atlanta is powerful, and so I'm glad you've made the move out to
Appreciate
Atlanta as well, and this is just the beginning for you. Let's see, we
it.
got
Hmm.
a comment. I want to pull up this comment from Laquan. He said, I love you, bro. Keep up the hard work. And I know you become something higher than what you are now. I know that hard work you put out in your music. But his question is, when are you going to make music videos for
For
your?
my songs. Please. Hey, I was thinking that today. After this interview, I'm actually going to link up. Well, not link up. I'm actually going to put out an announcement. I'm looking for cinematographers and videographers that actually shoot like really dope videos and really like cinematic or really videos that can really invoke some emotion and everything like that. So I'm still searching. There's a guy I'm tapping in with that I made an actual music video for. I actually have a music video out that's unreleased right now for one of my singles, but you guys will see it soon. But like I'm trying to tap in and find somebody who's real consistent because I know like a lot of videographers they're extremely busy and they're always around. But I'm really pushing the envelope to really get stuff done and really like fit my time in with the cinematographer schedule. So I plan on shooting something at the end of December, early January-ish, and we're gonna go from there. And I got about 2, 3 music videos on the way once that happens.
Great, great. All right, man. Well, listen, that's all the time we have. I mean, this has been great. Before we leave the people, is there anything else that you want to share with us?
Yeah, before I leave, I actually want to tell y'all, look, follow me on all socials. It's Invitation Only. You can see it right there. That's my name. Invitation Only right there. It's like that across everything. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everything. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys follow me. Make sure you tap in. And make sure you share this with everybody. Your mom, your grandma, your aunt, your friends, everybody. You get what I'm saying? Anybody who love R&B, share this with them. And because I really want to, let you guys hear my creativity, my passion, and let you hear this vibe. It's invitation only, and everybody's welcome to the party. So let's go.
I like that, man. It's invitation only, and everybody is welcome to the party, man. Thank you for inviting us to this party. So for those who always support you, they're
Hmm.
online and they've been commenting. And for those who don't know you,
Yeah.
and this is the first time hearing about you, this is the first time seeing you. They got a
Hmm.
chance to listen to your latest single, No Fear.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go and download No
Download
Fear.
that.
Where is it available? I'm pretty sure it's
It's
everywhere, right?
available on all streaming sites, all streaming platforms. It's available everywhere. So make sure you download that. Make sure you share that. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you stream that, run it up, shoot some videos to it, make some videos and tag me. I'll share it. I got you.
Yeah.
And
You just had
let's
a
just get it
contest.
popping.
You just had a contest.
Yeah,
Not
I actually got a giveaway
still going
contest
on,
coming
or
out real soon.
what?
I got a exclusive hoodie. I got an exclusive hoodie with some other goodies with that hoodie. With my contest. So if you streaming my music, record yourself jamming my music and tag me in it, and you'll be eligible to win some of these merchandise that I got for you. So yeah, let's get it popping.
All right, well, man, only that's all the time we have. Listen, man, everybody who's been watching, thank y'all for watching and tapping in to hear from Invitation Only. His new single, as we've just been saying, this entire stream is No
Yeah.
Fear,
No
and it
fear.
just released on December 17th. You guys got a chance to hear a snippet of it. We're going to close out with some of it. We're going to pick up kind of where we left off so that you guys can hear some more. But listen, if you want to keep hearing it, make sure that you guys go stream it. Only thank you so much for extending the invitation and allowing us to hear a little bit more from you. And hopefully, you know, you've gained some more fans from this interview, because I guarantee you, if they didn't know you before and they're watching, they love you now.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody who tuned in.
And listen, make sure you guys go and also download BAMM Network if you haven't done so already. Our whole mission is to spotlight Black success that's going on around the country, primarily in the Gulf South. So you can find us, as we've been saying, you can find us on Amazon TV. You can find us on Roku TV. You can find us on, we're coming to Apple TV in 2022. In a couple of weeks, we'll be on Apple TV. We'll be continuing to build up our YouTube and stream on YouTube. And you can download our app on your iOS device or on your Android device. And that will actually be updated soon. So if you download the app today, in a couple of weeks, you're going to see a different version of that app. But you can go ahead and download it today on your device. So once again, I'm Brandon Armott. Listen, we're going to leave you with some of No Fear from Invitation Only. And I want to thank Invitation Only for joining us on BAMM Network today. I hope you guys enjoy. Take care.
Time is ticking like a time bomb, time bomb. Yeah. I swear the shit that we be doing be illegal. You don't wanna be the one that people use. It's like I made a glass the way you see through me. Tell me, are you there? I think I need you. I think I need somebody love you for me. Yeah. I think that I think I want you right, yeah. Love you, don't feel for real. Yeah. I think I need you for real.
A BAMM Network production.